Good evening, folks. Welcome back to Celtic Fans TV. It's time for Twitter reaction to Celtic 2, Kilmarnock 0 in the Scottish Premiership today at Celtic Park. Before we get started with tonight's video, I need to tell you, as ever, about our sponsors, OneFootball. The OneFootball app has got all you need at the touch of a button. Line up notifications as soon as teams are announced on game days. Goal alerts, league tables from all over the world. You name a league and you'll find it there on the app. You can keep track of top goal scorers, top assist makers, yellow and red cards, teams, forum, again, you name a team, you'll find it there. You can download the app by clicking the link in the description of this video. The app is free to download and it's a brilliant way to support the channel. So please click the link below to download it and let me know what you think. We'll start today with Patrick Murphy. A decent performance and clean sheet. On to the cup final. If we win all our games up to and including Rangers, then I'll say we've turned a corner. Baby steps. Aye, that a bit sums it up well for me. Baby steps. I think it is baby steps. The first half today, again, it wasn't great. It wasn't great at all. I think we let it drift a wee bit. We're looking for moments. No real cutting Kilmarnock open left, right and centre. Big spells of pressure. We did have one or two chances. I think we had 2 shots on target in the first half. But it was much like the first half performance against Ross County or even St Johnstone. Maybe a slightly better tempo, but not too dissimilar. I thought second half was much better. You could tell for the word go in the second half. There was an intensity increase. The players were playing with much more pace. We created probably more chances in the first 5-10 minutes of the second half than we did in the whole first half. So there's a definite improvement in that second half, but it is baby steps. It's not the two goals we scored today are probably the prime example of where we're at. Okay, you need a bit of luck when things aren't going well for you. We get that. Well, Yunusi's goal deflected in off was it McGowan? Deflected in off the Kilmarnock defender, and then the second goal was a set piece. So we could have at times been better in the final third, made better decisions, and maybe they've scored 1 or 2 more goals for open play and put an end to some of the nice football we played in the second half. But when you're going through this run, it is baby steps back to where you want to get to. But it is nice to have 2 wins back to back in a week. I think in the Twitter reaction for Thursday night, I got caned by about 15 people in the comments because I was too negative, when all I was saying was it was one performance and a really, really bad run. I don't think it was a brilliant performance on Thursday. It was a good performance, and today wasn't an absolutely brilliant performance, but it was a good performance. And at the end of this run, we've got to be happy with that. At Doquinho, improvements. Mikey Johnson coming back should help massively as well. Aye, there was improvements today, like I touched on in the second half. Much better tempo, more chances created. We kept a clean sheet for the first time in 9 games, which is huge for us. That defensive organisation has probably been the biggest problem we've had all season. Again, it wasn't absolutely perfect today, but it was much, much better. We did restrict Kilmarnock. It wasn't like those games we've had recently where you think every time a team goes up the park they might score. We did restrict them a lot better. I think Sorrow helps with that, having his legs in the midfield. Brilliant to see Mikey Johnson come back off the bench. We were just saying, I was talking to the boys off air after we finished the full-time reaction there, and I was saying we really need a player who can commit defenders and dribble past them, but then has got an end product, because I think the only player in the team this whole season so far who's had that ability to drive at people and dribble past them is Jeremy Frimpong, but far too often his final ball and his decision making is really, really poor. You've seen today there was a 3v3 early in the second half on the counter. Edwards coming up the outside. I think it's Ayer that's free in the middle, and Frimpong puts his head down, smashes it at the goalkeeper. He's just got to calm down there and pick the right decision. Edward probably a better option. Ayer was probably a better option. So hopefully Mikey Johnson coming back into the team can be that player. We know his dribbling ability is fantastic, but hopefully if he can commit defenders and really open up the game for us, he'll be able to pick his head up and bring that end product that we're so lacking at times this season. Gordon Ellis, good team performance. Turnbull excellent again and always trying to create. McGregor seems more confident when not playing alongside Brown. The only change I'd make for the cup final is Laxalt in for Taylor. Aye, I thought today you can see Turnbull's just involved in everything positive that we're doing. His set piece delivery, when I'm talking about maybe not scoring the nice goals, we were cutting Kilmarnock open in open play. His set pieces were the most dangerous aspect of our play today. There's no getting away for that. He'd won it early on in the game with Julien's for the free kick. Julien's header saved by Rodgers. Brilliant corner for Duffy's goal, which was a bullet header, fantastic header. He's also put 2 on Duffy's head after that as well. So his set piece delivery really gives us a different dynamic. much improved for Christie's, what we've seen this season. So I think Turnbull's been excellent, involved in everything. Should start next week. I don't know if he will. I know Neil Lennon said after the game today that he needs to be sort of faithful or respectful to the guys who have brought us to the quadruple treble final, if you like. So we might see some of those guys come back in, but there's no doubt Turnbull's been fantastic this week. Burnsy boy 67-88. In the first half, I thought we were poor. I think we were moving the ball too quickly and panicking. In the second half, we played well and managed to break them down. Duffy's header was excellent, onto the quadruple treble. Aye, sums it up well there. First half, poor, as I've said already. I just think that decision making in the final third, I said we were sort of waiting for moments, and we had a couple of half chances with Edward, that one that Turnbull cuts back for him. Turnbull's got the shot for the edge of the box late on in the first half as well, but I just thought some of the openings we had, the decision making could be much better, and I know that comes with confidence. I know that comes with confidence when you're playing well and things are flowing and everything's going your way. I know that happens, but I just think at times with better decision making we could have had a lot more goals today. As I say, defensively we were much better. I don't know how the team will look next week, but I suppose it's away from league duty and it's a chance to complete last season's treble. For all, we've been so poor this season, so poor. We were good last season, we were very good, and it would do us some justice, the performance for last season, to wrap up a treble, because we didn't really get to celebrate the league title because it was right in the middle of lockdown. Everybody was confined to their houses just about. So, and listen, it's still not really that different being in Tier 3, but it'd be nice to win the treble, see the team play the game, win the trophy, and listen, have a celebration. Tim Poster, a welcome win, clean sheet, much better second half, tempo, desire and application. However, the deficiencies are still there from all to see. The perspective is that it was Kilmarnock and a change is still needed. Aye, that's the kind of thing I would say, and then 40 people in the comments would tear strips off me for being too negative. But as I say at the start of the video, it's baby steps. Neil Lennon's going to be here at least until the turn of the year. The board have said that. So in these games up until then, and the game at Ibrox, because he's going to be here till January, he will be in for the game at Ibrox. We've got to see all of those things: tempo, desire, application, and more quality. We've got to defend better. We've got to make those decisions better in the final third, score more goals, and try and build as much confidence as possible going into that game at Ibrox, because we can say what we like and we can beat these teams, your Kilmarnocks, Dundee United are to come, Ross County to come before Christmas as well, both at Celtic Park. We can go and beat these teams, but at the end of the day, the real litmus test is when we go to Ibrox in January. We can't delude ourselves by allowing these wins to get us in a false sense of security about where we're at. We've got to try and build as much confidence as possible and win all of the games up until Ibrox, and then I think we've got to go and win there as well. We'll finish tonight with Stacey Devlin. Second half performance was more like us. Pressed very well, created plenty of chances. Turnbull and Sorrow need to be in the starting 11 from now on. What a difference when someone can take good set pieces. Duffy, Ayer and Turnbull were outstanding. Roll on next week. Aye, I think Duffy was better today. Listen, really struggled that period when he first came to the club. And again, we can't get too carried away with him. We're not saying he's all of a sudden brilliant for where he was terrible, but better performance from him. Again, he's always been a threat in the opposition's box, and with Turnbull's delivery, you just need to get a good ball whipped into the right area, and you know that Duffy will be there to attack it. Decisions to make in the starting 11 next weekend. I would like to see Sorrow play. I would like to see Turnbull play. I think we're less likely to see Sorrow. I would like to think that Turnbull is guaranteed to start, given that he's been the standout this week. He can still play, and Christie can come back in, maybe for Frimpong on the right-hand side. But I think Turnbull has to be in the team because he has been the real bright spark, and he's been at the hub of everything positive we've done this week. So I think Turnbull has to start in the cup final. That's it for tonight. Like the video, comment with your own thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back next week with build-up to the Scottish Cup final. Thank you.